Hello, it's Limu. This is Journaling for Weight Loss. It's been an interesting week. It's just been a really interesting process. We're on week 6. One of the things that happens when you use, one of the things that happens when you use journaling to infuse intention into your life is that things start to show up. The universe starts to line up opportunities for things to manifest the way that you want them to. Part of what the challenge is being open to that, taking advantage of that. This week for me was a lot of that. Like, for instance, I read a book called Feast by Hannah Howard that is one woman's journey through being a part of the food industry and struggling with having an eating disorder. It was really interesting to read it, and I saw a lot of myself in her. That was really good. I mean, I have been in recovery for a long time. I've been in recovery for 23 years, and I have been in recovery from an eating disorder for, I don't know, probably 12 years. And all that means is that I don't binge eat. It doesn't mean that I don't have a crazy mind about it sometimes, but it does mean that I'm really not part of the whole dieting loony bin of thinking that dieting is the be all end all. And I'm on a quest, as I have been for a really long time, to find a healthy way to be in relationship with food, despite the fact that so many of us are out here crazy. So that was kind of cool. And the other thing I did was I find it really inspiring to watch documentaries, and I watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead this week, which is a documentary about a guy from Australia who's 100 pounds overweight, and he's got this chronic skin condition, and he decides to try juicing, a 60-day juice fast, to see if it will help, and it does. Yep, you guessed it. I'm gonna incorporate juice fasting into my whole story and see how that goes, because I'm open to trying anything. And I also feel like there's some merit in doing a reboot, having a reboot of our systems. I'm in a really good place. Southern California is a really good place to be trying things like juicing. All the religions, or many of the religions around the world, use juice fasting or fasting as a way to get closer to God. And I'm down with that, getting closer to God. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm traveling to Miami this week, so I'm going to start as soon as I get back. And I'm going to do a special vlog series just on that, just a couple minutes a day, just to let you know how that's going. And then at the end, I'll have a whole video series just kind of chronicling the transformation, or maybe just one video, not sure yet. You'll be able to follow my journey with that right here. But the biggest thing that happened this week, I've had a really huge pull to do stand-up comedy for a long time, since I was 20. So that's 5 years. No, just kidding. No, for a really long time. But I was always afraid to do it because, to be honest, I was afraid that I would get up there and I would be trying to be funny and people would be like. This week, on Friday night, I got up and I did it. And it was really fun and people really liked it. I'm going to try and maybe do a little bit more of that for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do it as part of this vlog series, but I'm going to do a little bit more of that because it felt really good. So that's kind of what I learned this week, and I was very consistent in my journaling. Easter kicked my ass a little bit with the chocolate, but I trust the process and I trust the universe. So I know. Oh, I have noticed also that there is a direct correlation between how much anxiety I have about my future and how much faith I have and how I'm eating. So that should be an interesting thing to see as part of the juicing. I already think of myself as a pretty high faith, positive person. I don't know, maybe I'll get super amped positive or something, or take off into space, or who knows. So anyway, we'll see. But happy April, y'all. Happy Easter. I will check in again next week when we start the experiment. Dun, dun, dun. Talk to you then. Bye.